Okay guys, so we have all the pieces together here. And then this is our zipper here. So you see our zipper, we have a long zipper. Let me just pull it this way so you can see. So we have a zipper here. I'm going to slide it underneath here so you can see very well. So just push it here. We're not going to sew yet. I just want you to see how long the zipper is. So you see you can get a long zipper as long as this, or you can get a zipper that is even longer. And if you get a zipper that is longer, that's fine. You could just, eventually we'll just be using this part anyway. But I'm going to use this zipper here. It's actually right. So you want to get a zipper with at least 22 inches. I think this one, I'm just going to measure it here so you could see. It is about 22, 23 inches. So it's a 22-inch zipper. It starts here and it ends here, right? But if it come like 23, 24, that's fine. So you can see the length of the zipper here, right? So that's the zipper we're gonna use. Okay. So the first thing, let's go first thing first. We're gonna do our pockets, okay? So this is our pocket here. And remember our pocket now, we cut it on a fold and we iron it on the wrong sides, right? So we iron it on the wrong side. So we iron it itself. So this is the wrong side facing me. Now what you would do, I will do with pins as well, just in case I have beginners taking this class. You want to make sure you keep your edge down nice and pretty. So I'm just going to put a couple of pins here. A couple of pins here. Just to keep down my edge here. And this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to leave an opening here. So I'm going to put a pin here. And then I'm going to put a pin in here. I am going to leave an opening. Okay, guys. All right. And then I'll turn it here. Okay. So what I'm going to go ahead and do is 1/2 inch. I'm going to go ahead and do a 1/2 inch stitch here. I'm going to come around here, stop here, jump here, and go ahead and finish my stitch here. Okay. So let's go on the machine now. Okay, guys. So we have our pockets now, right? We'll be working with our pockets here. And we want to do a 1/2 inch stitch, right? So on my machine, I have 1/2 inch. So let me show you guys how to get the 1/2 inch. We're just going to use this 1/2 inch, just 1 inch here because of the metal here. You'll take your needle and you will put it down on the eye of the inch, and they would mark where the 1/2 inch stops. So this is how we're going to do. We're going to put our needle down just to kind of get our gauge for 1/2 inch. And then this is our 1/2 inch here. So we're going to mark that part of the machine, right? You could take a ruler itself and you could just mark to make sure you have that 1/2 inch gauge here. All right. So now we're going to start here. So I'm just going to start here. So put my pin down. Take my pin out here. Okay. Then I'm going to turn. Okay. So that side is done. Now we're going to be doing this side now. So I'm just going to start at the bottom here. Let me just make sure I have it 1/2 inch. Okay. Okay, then I come here and I stop right here. Done. So keep in mind we have a hole here, right? All Right, okay. Okay, so it's done. You can square the corners. Just a little square the corners. And then you would turn it. Okay, and then once you turn it, you would just seal this down, seal the opening down, and then you iron it down. So just a cute little pocket. Okay, so we're gonna seal our opening here. All right, just a little nice little stitch, and then we'll iron it down. You can also poke it down as well. Get all the end out nicely. Perfect. Okay, so now we're just gonna iron it down. So yeah, I bring my ironing right to my comfort level. So just to iron it down. And I think I like this for my outside of my pocket, so I'm gonna keep that. All right, so once it's done, then we're gonna go back on the machine and we'll just seal the opening. So you can't even notice if there's an opening, but yeah, we'll just seal the opening here. Okay. Okay. So for my opening here, which is right here, I'm just gonna do right at the very edge. And the reason why I'm gonna do at the edge too, because we're gonna be sewing it to the outside of the bag too, and it's gonna be at the edge as well. So I'm just gonna close it here. You see, I'm just watching the inside of the presser foot, and I'm gonna do it like this. That's it. So when I'm sewing it down, when I'm sewing the bag down, I'm gonna pretty much sew it the same way. All right, so see, it's all set. Just a little stitch right here. Okay. Okay, so we're gonna put the pockets on the inside. Again, you could also make one for the outside, right? So if you make one for the outside, it would be something like this. Okay, so it would be the same method itself, but I'm just gonna put this on the inside, not the outside. Okay, just making a regular bag. So this here, put it on the inside. So what you want to do here now is to get the, you would just use one, of course. Okay, so basically you could use, like I said, both sides. You could use it for the right or the wrong, I mean the right, the inside of the bag or the outside of the bag. So what you want to do here to get the pocket placement, another thing you could just do is just to get the middle of you get the middle of this. So I'm just gonna put a pin here for the middle. Yeah, just to kind of tell me where is my middle. You could also get a chalk and mark it, right? Or something and mark it. So I'm just gonna kind of freehand middle it here. Okay, so this is about the middle of my bag, right? So I want to measure 2.5 inches up, just to get my placement. And I'll make sure I have it in the middle here. Although you could, if you want to put a side pocket, like, you know, you could always play around. But 2.5 inches up, and then you want to go at least 7 inches, but 7.5 inches on both sides. So let's see here. It's about 7.5 inches here, and it's about the same 7.5 inch. Well, it's about 8 inches here. So you could just kind of tilt it a bit. So it could be like 7 and something, right? Or something like that. So you'll be 7 and maybe 7 and 3/4 an inch here, and about 7 and 3/4 here. So something like that. Okay. So just to lightly measure, nothing to, you know, hurt your brains about. simple. All right, so now I have the hair. Just gonna just do a light pin here, tuck it here, tuck it here. See, that pin could go through, right? Then I'm just gonna turn it this way so I can see. I can do it properly. Then I tuck it here, and I tuck it here. So what I will do, I'll just go ahead and do my stitch, just a small stitch at the very end, all the way there. Now, with that also, I'm gonna also do the stitch for my strap as well. So I'm just gonna prepare my strap so you would see. You could prepare the both of them. All right, so with my strap, as you know, it's ironed down this way, right? So I'm just gonna take a pin and kind of get my pin together. You're gonna be a little bit tough because it's thicker fabric. All right, so just to kind of align it, I'll pin it down to align it. See, that's what I'm doing here. Just to align it. Yes, you could align it right down to the end if you wish, just to make sure everything is nice and aligned. So the reason why you want to do it just to make sure you keep everything nice and smooth, right? Yeah, you want to keep it straight. So you do the same thing for the other side. So I'm just going to align it here again. My pins on them is, of course, not the best. Now, if you also have like fabric clippers where you could just clip it down neat, the goal is just to make sure that the edge is nice and neat. When you stay together, you could also use that here, but you can use it for there. You had to get the pin or you had to get something, you know, to keep it. So here. Okay, good. So now let's go on our machine. The first thing we're going to do here is to sew this down, and then we will sew our strap down. Okay, and you could see I have it right here, right? And you come right here. I'm just going to do a tiny stitch. So basically it's a 1/8 of a knit stitch. So just like that here, my back stitch. Just a tiny stitch here. Okay, so you take this off. You do your back stitch. Take your back stitch here. And then I'm just gonna slide it around here. And come right here. So my eyes is on the inside here, not on the edge here, on the inside here. Just gonna So I'm just going to do my bottom here. You could do one continual stitch, but yeah, things happen. So okay, all right. So alright, so just keep in mind you could do one continuous. You just start here, you come here, and you turn here, and you turn here. Alright, so that part is done, and then we'll do our straps. Now remember our strap, we pin it here so you would see. So I will put the strap exactly here. And you're gonna just sew it down nicely. So my eyes is right here. So the guide is right here, as you can see. It's very easy to move, so you just have to make sure that it's sorry guys, I just wanted to pick up a little speed. So what I would do, I would also go around another strap if it's you're making it at home, and with the so you just want to go up over another time just to make it a bit stronger. So you can just go ahead and run a stitch again over the exact same stitch, right? If you don't get it close enough, just try. If not, you don't have. It's not something you have to do. It's just what I like to do because it's a bit thick. I'm not saying my line is that straight, but if you can manage to do the other one, I mean, you could do it over, then do it, okay? And then you could also run another stitch on this side now. This you don't have to. And this side, one side is fine. If you want to go over another side, you could, but one side is fine.